So I have a hypothetical for you, Angie, and it's just one that I always want to ask, like someone who hasn't been vaccinated and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
So let's say there's another let's say a new disease comes out, right? And it's something that has a death rate of 30%, and it's airborne.
Yeah,
That's called Ebola.
And there, and
yeah,
we come.
Ebola. Yeah. Oh my God. Something
Okay.
like Ebola. I'd be like, okay.
So
All right. You know, like you dropped the word, the crazy word, because Ebola is like one of the diseases that once you get high mortality rates, there's no cure. But like Ebola is fucking scary. Okay. Like,
well, we have
oh my
something
God.
for Ebola right now, but I'm just saying, let's
Holy
say
shit.
let's say we have a brand new disease that comes out, and because of our ability to understand viruses and all this kind of stuff fairly quickly, we are still able to produce a vaccine that comes out, and it's meant to do the same thing. It's going to prevent you from dying from it and all this kind of stuff. Would you be okay with taking that vaccine where
Well, if you go from like, okay, COVID has a 98.5% mortality, like, or mortality
success,
rate, whatever,
yeah,
no, success rate, yeah, for you to recover.
survival rate.
But then if you come and tell me, oh, okay, well, your success rate to survive from this is 10% if you don't get, I will get the vaccine. It's
So then it just comes up because the survival rate is so high, you're more hesitant for the vaccine because
I think why not? Like, yes.
Okay.
I mean,
okay. So okay.
like, I mean, if there's more chance that the actual disease is going to kill me before the vaccine, then of course. But right now, like I said, and even the vaccine, they still say we're in trial modes, we're still collecting data, we're not sure. But the survival rate is still 98.5, then I'm willing to take the chance to wait. And like I said, I have to wait before I get vaccinated. But at the same time, I won't be a fucking asshole about it, and I will be considerate, and I will let people know. I've always been open from the beginning, like even at the beginning when there was lockdown. And look, to be honest, I had a very bad reaction to the whole confinement thing. I don't know if I told. I think I
yes,
did tell you about
I
it.
saw the
When I
pictures.
lost my hair,
yeah.
I lost my hair. I had a big fucking patch because I did not go well with the whole social distancing thing. I'm a social person. I need social stimulation.
Yes,
Working from home for a year affected me. I'm telling the other two because they don't know, and it affected me in a very negative effect. So. And then that's another thing that made me question shit. When I was talking to my doctor about it, she prescribed me a cream. I put it on. Okay, blah, blah. And then in the end, I'm like, okay, it wasn't working. It was getting worse. It went from this big to fucking this big to the size of the palm of my hand. People thought I was ripping out my own hair and shit. And I told her, she's like, well, can you go get therapy? What's the issues? Why are you having issues? Why are you losing your hair? Okay, look, I had issues with my spouse at the beginning of COVID. It was hard. Now lack of social stimulation. I'm always alone at home. So I told her everything. She said, can you go get therapy? I said, well, I would, but my insurances were cut from work for whatever reasons. And now I can't afford to go $125 a session every fucking week. So she goes, fuck, that's bullshit. She goes, you know what? I'm going to tell you this. I'm not going to mention my doctor's name or anything. She's like, look, cut the social distancing. She's like, in the end, your mental health, you don't want to end up offing yourself because of whatever. And you don't want, so she's like, I'm not telling you to go have parties and to go making out with random people, but see people, have someone over, do something and cut the social freaking distancing if it's going to help you. And that's what I did. So in the end, I would have every weekend after that. And this was between September and March. It went from this big, my bald spot, to this big. And March was when I talked to my doctor. By mid-April, all my hair had grown back because every single weekend between March and, like, let's say May, I would have 2 friends over, which I know they're not vaccinated. They know I'm not vaccinated. We know it's look, like I said, I'm respectful. Tell me what I do.
Angie, I came to see you during that period. I want to punch you in the head.
So, wait,
no. You came in the summer. Was
it in the summer?
It was in the summer when you came over to see me, and I'm talking about this being in the winter.
These dirty gay orgies cure baldness?
Yes,
I didn't have orgies. I did not have orgies.
I was reading between the lines.
I had 2-3 friends come over. We have supper at night. Yes, we would drink. We would stay up all night, play games, play charades, play table games, whatever it was. Have breakfast in the morning.
You're coming all over the place.
Of course, there you go. But in the end, within a month and a half, 2 months, all my hair grew back and I was good.
Well,
So,
I think
Yeah, but
and
so
then, and then
exactly.
of course, when I opened up about it, people right away started judging me. Oh, it's because of you. It's because of you. People are dying.
No,
It's
no. Listen,
fuck off. I was
listen, Angie.
taking
No,
care
no,
of
no.
my, and you first, and let me just finish one thing. It's everyone that was like, oh, COVID, stay away. But if you are having mental issues, please reach out. And I'm the first to care about you. But then when I say, look, I had to see someone for my own mental health, you're the one who's spreading COVID. It's you that's killing people.
Angie,
you,
but
I
no
don't
one
need that
does that.
judgment.
No one does that, Angie.
You
Well,
know how
no,
many
listen.
people did that? Do you know
Okay,
how many
listen.
people, and even
Yeah,
debates I've had
listen.
online, people shun out their
Okay,
families just
Angie,
because of their
It's
views
because
on vaccine.
look,
Oh
it's
no.
because people do listen. People did get paranoid, and everybody gets particularly psychotic during the lockdown anyway. So everybody gets angry and so on. So yeah, no, but listen, but it's exactly the point. The point is that imagine, compare a vaccine with the lockdown, right? I mean, the lockdown has gigantic adverse effect. It's an incredibly harmful precaution, right?
The curfew, I didn't understand. Sorry, just to throw that out there.
Yeah.
Continue.
No. But the point I'm making is that if you are forced to do that, that's certainly gonna fuck you up. Whoever you are, you're gonna have terrible consequences for them. So that's why the point is that that's why the vaccine really there's no way the vaccine is worse than a lockdown. I don't think it's possible, in any way, that it could be worse for you.
Really crazy shit would need to happen years later somehow. It would need to be
Right.
okay, years after the fact, people just are 50% of them are dropping dead out of nowhere. Yeah, that's what I mean about the timeline is how long would it need to be after the first million or whatever were vaccinated that it would be okay, this seems reasonably safe.
Right.
In the end, I'm not against it. I'm just waiting. I'm just
I'm
waiting,
saying
and
if you're weighing, but what I'm asking is if you're weighing pros and cons, okay, this could have this effect and this could have this effect, whether you take it or not. At what point do you say it seems reasonable to assume the pros outweigh the cons? What point would it be? Do you know what I mean?
I don't look. I can't answer that question. I think I would still have to wait and see. I at this point,
Yeah, and I mean
everything is so unsure. Everything about this vaccine and surrounding COVID and this vaccine is so unsure. So that's why at the same time, I'm still unsure. There's so much information being thrown left and right, and then it changes, and then the stats change, and the numbers change. So I'm waiting, and at the end, it's my choice, and yes, I understand that my choice could affect others, but that's why I am making my choice very. I speak about it, and I tell people because I still respect the others around me, and I respect your views and your decisions and whatever it may be.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's acceptable.
Here's my opinion. I want you to get the vaccine because I don't feel like having you die, you smoking white girl.
Gonna die. I'm
Your lungs are already compromised.
I know they are.
Why do you think I'm fucking in the shot so you don't die on me, you nerd?
Anyways, we're all gonna die one day. I could go to bed tonight and not wake up.
Oh,
yeah, and I'll be okay with that.
Is that how you justify the murders?
No, not the murders.
Hey, look,
murders are
we were all. That's what I think that was OJ's defense. Hey, look, we're all dying at some point.
No, but look, I just maybe look, and a lot of people might see that as insensitive of me, but I honestly don't see death as a horrible thing. And maybe this is another discussion in itself.
It's great. I can't get enough of
it. But I don't see death as something horrible. Some people are like, oh my God, yes, we hurt and we're in mourning when people die, but everything has a beginning and an end, whether it's a plant, a cell, a bacteria, a mammal, a small mammal, a fucking fish.
An empty shell of a man like that now.
Stars, planets. You can go to the extremes here.
But we have the ability to extend that existence.
But we shouldn't extend because the world is overpopulated.
Oh my goodness! This is a separate episode because I know Darnell's on your team on this.
Exactly, perfect. Listen. For the next topic,
I know he loves humans dying too. But
listen, for the next topic, if you guys want, we can discuss the button. Angie, there's a button
Okay.
scenario.
Like
There's a
Thanos.
button scenario.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
kind of. The button and wrapped into it, I would be fine with
That's a
discussing.
dark subject, though, and if people actually see me talking about this online, they're gonna think I'm a heartless bitch. But like I said, because it really contradicts my whole opinion on that subject. Really contradicts, and I'm very conscious of it, and I am very in the middle of it. It really contradicts my whole. We have, we should be allowed to choose as opposed to. And it's such a touchy subject.
But we can wrap it into my stance on anti-aging research, like longevity stuff, because I think you will at least probably disagree with that, even if you have whatever you were just describing as like a contradictory thing. Because I feel like a lot of people do, and no, just from the little we've talked about it, I think
anti-aging physically or like really
anti-aging, researching basically how to
give humanity longer life.
Anti-aging.
Make your
make your body
your
be
cells,
able to live. Okay.
your actual cells either stop aging.
No,
or
look, right now, if people are dying at 80, 90 years old, that's fine. We don't need to live to 100, 120. That could have bad effects
that's where
on the
I
earth,
disagree.
I find.
That's where I disagree.
That's where I disagree also. I think
Yeah.
Wow.
So we can save that part, but I'm down for that conversation too.
Okay. Sounds like we're pretty good. Do you guys want me to wrap it up? Because we've been going for 2 hours and 22 minutes.
I need to go buy more. That's it, and I need to go buy more beer and shit.
Wrap me up like a breakfast burrito.
Ooh.
Well, this will...
burritos.
Okay, well, this concludes our episode on Ripping On, and we will see you guys on the next time. On the next one.
There we go.